6,250 pounds, Wolfpack 24 Gold 14 here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. And they make the Wolfpack travel trailers two different ways. The Gold series here that you see, it's very obviously just the toy hauler member of the Cherokee travel trailer family that you find here at Haylett RV, the Wolf Pup, Gray Wolf, and Cherokee Triad. This is the wide body, extra tall, true toy hauler version of like a 26RR Gray Wolf toy hauler, and it's already proven popular. We've had quite a few folks getting through it, and the delivery driver literally just unhooked from it. The idea here is this is everything you need, nothing you don't. And then the Wolfpack Platinum series, very obviously different with the fiberglass skin. Great looking, but it's mostly just frosting and extra widgets and whiz-bangs on top of what you see here. So they kind of build it two ways. Remember that we're putting together one video. It might represent two different trailers. Always contact our team to make sure we have the exact one you're looking for. So like most toy haulers, we start back here with that drop-down upper bed and then the flip-over kind of sofa bed below that. What's nice is these are quite large, and you can use them to sleep a bunch of kids or, you know, even multiple adults. That's what's cool. This is an easy 4 to 6 adult sleeper. If you're looking though, you don't see that track on the upper bed go all the way down. This is a manual up-down upper bed, and the lower benches flip to the side, as you'll see in a minute. Now you hear manual and you think, oh, that's hard, I don't want to do that. I've got computer guy chicken arms, and I can do this thing one-handed. Frankly, I think I actually prefer this over the power bed system simply because it is quicker, faster, easier. I hope we start to see more of this. It's a classic feature that I hope comes back. You see the exact same kind of drop-down bed actually like in the front of a lot of motorhomes, especially like a lot of classic Winnebagos. It's a great system. I really hope this catches back on. And there's what she looks like kind of in daytime mode, and again, super fast, simple, and easy to put that up and down. I can't say enough. I hope this system is here to stay. So, you know, your daytime mode, you got your two rollover benches right there. And as we'll see in just a second, they can flip out of the way if you don't want them there. But there's also a little kind of table, the free floats that you'll see outside of the RV. So it kind of has its own dining, seating, everything arrangement. And that's what's cool about these. They're Swiss Army campers. They only do everything. And a good look at her here in all wide open loading cargo garage mode. Again, I love the ease, quickness, simplicity of the way that this bed and sofa arrangement is right here. These are, again, the sofas are not in the power lift. They just flip up against the wall right here. And I know that's not going to be the exact thing some folks are looking for, but personally, you still have plenty enough room to load into here. I like how it's just simple, faster, easier. And I'll quit harping on that. It's not as easy to tell because the sunshine's blaring on this thing, but this is dovetailed back here for easy loading when the ramp's in the down mode. And you see how you have D-ring tie downs into that 5/8 plywood floor, all recessed all the way up to that kitchen cabinet. Now, quick note on measurements. Every single year, I get 100 people asking me 100 different questions. What's this measurement, that measurement, that measurement, that measurement? I can never proactively predict the exact specific things every single person wants. It's just not possible. If you have a question like, can my specific toy, can my side-by-side, can my motorcycles, how much space is here? Call our team. In return for the fair opportunity to earn your business, we are always happy to measure it out for you. We don't expect you just to guess or take our word for it. We are always happy to put the tape measure to it and verify. But we kind of need to do it on an individual basis because everyone's individual needs vary basis by basis. And with this basically being a 26RR Gray Wolf on steroids, the extra width and height allows for bigger cabinet spaces. You still have that nice big door side window over here giving you just sweet looks and great airflow over your campsite. And by the way, just like the Gray Wolf, right next to your seating and sleeping, you have outlets to be able to power phones and all that stuff. And that's what's cool about this. Again, it says Wolfpack, it doesn't say Cherokee, but it's just the toy hauler member of the Cherokee family. Good lighting package in here too. Despite the fact that I've got the ramp door open, there's a lot of what's called light pollution pouring into the RV. That lighting package really did brighten it up in here. It's nice. Now that is just a accent paper on that front wall, but it does give it a really cool kind of stone look here. As we come down past the Bluetooth Bluetooth stereo with HDMI expansion port, we come down past where you could, should you be so inclined, add a TV here and set up your entertainment. And then, again, every little nook and cranny they opened up for storage. As we back up here, you see that you've got that fitted sink cover over that big black stainless sink. And that is something that has just become a very popular feature. It gives it such good looks, that kind of gunmetal-ish kind of look here. High-rise sprayer faucet. And remember, this is the, quote, simple series wolf pack. The 24 pack 14, which is the platinum fancy jazzy version of this, has even more widgets and whiz-bangs still. And a good look at it all closed up. I noticed how the woodwork was looking really washed out. A lot of that is due to the fact that we do have so much sunlight pouring in, but I closed that main entry door, and I think you're getting a little bit better view of what the wood tone looks like. But if I get up here a lot closer, it gives you, that's a much better representation of the actual wood tones that we're looking at here. So between, like, you don't, you know, in a hauler this size, a kitchen's not the main focus of it, but between the flush mount one-piece sink cover and the folding stovetop cover, you've actually got decent prep space. And did you notice where this thing was? It was on top of the stovetop a minute ago. I love that thing. Little bamboo style cutting board. It just magnets against the wall right there. It's super, super cool. But you can take it anywhere. You could whack an intruder with it if you're so inclined. Now that is also one of those larger 10.7 cubic foot 12 volt compressor fridges, which I think marries up on this RV very, very nicely. Now another thing that goes along with that, since that's a 12 volt fridge, you're saying, yeah, but what if I'm off grid? One of the features that we do still have applied to this, even though it was the more simple series, and remember the one that you're looking at on our website could vary by equipment, but this one does have the Juice Pack solar package on it, because it was like an incentive to include that on all of these. So that is basically, think of this like a fuel tank for a battery, showing us how much power is remaining in the battery, and there's a solar panel on top of the thing, keeping our lights and our fans running. It's just really nice if you're going to be off grid. You want to keep lights, fans, stuff like that going. And since you don't have to burn up battery power on the beds anymore, you'll save a ton of power doing it, because those things were actually quite the power hog. Another thing that you don't see, because you're looking, you're just like, okay, I got light switches, la la la. This does have a hidden version of the LCI 1 control system, which is, you know, you'll be able to operate some lights in this camper, but also things like your power awning and exterior lighting, which is pretty darn cool. Moving forward here, we have a dual entry bed and bath arrangement, porcelain foot flush stool, which is nice because I've mentioned again a few times that this is the more simple series of the Wolfpack 24s, but that doesn't mean that it's the sacrificial series. It doesn't mean that it's cutthroat. It just does the essentials. And with it being so darn tall, a big person like me can fit in that extra tall shower, big radius there, have plenty of room. And notice that even over here, just like the kitchen, we have sealed edge countertops. You'll see that same material used on a free-floating table outside. And since it's a wide body, it's a full 102-inch, not even just 100-inch wide body, which means it actually runs on a bigger chassis. They have the ability here to have a Camp King bed and still maintain plenty of room to walk around it, which is really, really nice. Now, you've got hanging storage on both sides. Because it's so tall, they could put a big overhead cabinet in here, and you're not going to knock your noggin. Now, the lights above the bed, you can reach from the bed, but these, they're pretty tall for a lot of folks. I could reach them, but not everyone's as tall as me. You don't need to. They're nice enough to include a switch on the wall for you. Of course, TV hookups across from the bed. You have a battery disconnect down below to make sure that, you know, when it's in storage, stuff isn't just trickle draining the battery. And then both sides of the bed still have household and USB plugs, not just on one, but both sides. So everybody gets space to sleep well. Everybody gets a chance to keep their devices charged up. It's really smart, really handy. Again, I don't know. I call it the simpler series Wolfpack only because there's a more fancy equipped package, but this thing has everything that really matters in it, and then some. Down below that bed, because this thing is wider, taller, and because the Platinum series with the fiberglass skin is generator ready, they make this compartment the size of a generator. So in the 24Gold14 that we're looking at, instead of a generator that eats up our pass-through storage, you just get full, unadulterated, messed up, not a technical term, pass-through storage space. It's huge in there, and I love it. Now, right behind that front stabilizer jack is an outside grill quick connect. So if you want to do some outdoor grilling, you got the perfect place for grilling and chilling outdoors. Again, as I mentioned inside, this is a full 102-inch wide body product. There's nothing wrong with 100-inch wide body. That'll still let you put two full dressers side by side. This is just that extra space. And because it's on a wide body chassis, that's one of the things people don't realize. 100-inch wide body, sometimes means the coach is just built a little bigger. You're actually sometimes still on an 8-foot wide chassis. Well, that means that this on a wide body chassis is more stable for towing. And I don't know, I've always kind of felt that it adds a little bit more structural integrity when you're putting more support under those sidewalls. Now, quick note here, the 24 Gold does have a manual front jack. The 24 Pack Platinum Series has a power front jack. But if the only thing stopping you from buying this camper is just a power front jack, you give us a call, guys. That's easy stuff we can work out for you. This does have enclosed protected tanks down below if I take a knee with you here. So if you're going to go off grid, if there's rocks and stones, if there's critters, you do have some extra protection there. And being a taller toy hauler, you've got more than enough clearance for all your sewer stuff there. Full outside shower with hot and cold water, so that, you know, if you need to clean up some fish or clean off your toys, you got a great little spot to do that. Working our way down, like all the Cherokee family stuff, you have tire pressure indicators on our valve stems. If these ever flip from green to red, then you know at a glance you need to put some air in those tires, and they're rated for 80 psi so that you could stop at any generic air pump at like a gas station and fuel that thing up. Not fuel, air it up. I said fuel because normally right here on the Platinum Series, you could be looking at a fueling station that is not present on the Gold Series. Again, this is just more of the essentials. So like if you don't care about gen prep, if you don't care about a fuel station, this is your rig right here. The ramp patio system that we have on the back, this is an optional piece of equipment, but at this day and age, it seems kind of, oh, go ahead, sir, if you want to, okay. I just didn't want to interrupt you, you know, that's why they're here to take a look at. What was I getting at? The ramp patio, that is an option, but again, at this day and age, anything with a ramp, it almost seems silly not to include that on there. It does have a roll down like tent screen wall, so if you want to turn that into more of a 3 seasons room, you can. Great loading floodlight too, all LED tail and marker lights, nice touches. Again, I don't want you to like not give it the credit it's due when I call it the simpler series. That's just by comparison to the full Platinum Series. I know I've said that a bunch of times, but if I don't say that, people kind of misunderstand things. Backup camera ready power awning that you can control remotely if you are so inclined. Little pet leash, you know, D-ring right there, which is funny because that's all it is. It's a surface D-ring that they just attach to an outrigger, and hey, it's great for pets, works like a charm. And here's that free floating table I was mentioning. Same sealed edge countertop material that you have inside. So if it gets a little wet out here, if it's humid, if you spill a drink, no big deal. It's not going to mess it up. It's lightweight. It's free floating. It stores in the front pass-through when you're not using it, although you could put it just about anywhere. Larger handle, anti-slam, you know, friction hinge, and the MORryde stable steps make for easy come and go in this thing. This is a winner. You know, this is an absolute winner right here. I just don't know how else to say it. They did everything that really matters. They hit the really high value features. They gave it a good clean look. And I like that white nose on the front. It really kind of just brings some attention and a third dimension to the color palette here. Everything's good on this one. Give us a call. We do it all here at Haylett RV, with the exception, of course, of hidden dealer fees. Those we don't do. But everything else, whether it's hitching, pieces, parts, trades, finance, truck and trailer package deals, RV delivery, and everything in between, well, those we can help you with. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy Haylett camping, everyone.